Hi my friend, welcome back to the channel, where we break down the biggest movies with detailed recaps, theories, and ending explanations. And today we're diving into Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, Ghost War, the 2026 Prime Video action thriller that brings John Krasinski back as the iconic CIA analyst turned operator. So released on May 20th, this film serves as a bridge from the popular TV series into a more cinematic story. So if you haven't watched it yet, then take my words as spoilers. So the film opens in Dubai, where an MI6 operation led by Nigel Cook goes horribly wrong. His team is wiped out by Liam Crown and his forces. Meanwhile, Jack Ryan has left the CIA behind and is living a relatively normal life working in hedge fund risk management on Wall Street in New York. He's no longer with Kathy and seems to be trying to move on from the high-stakes world of intelligence. But his old friend and mentor, James Greer, now serving as CIA Deputy Director, reaches out and pulls Jack back in for what appears to be a simple favor. And while on a business trip to Dubai, Jack, accompanied by his former colleague Mike, is supposed to collect a package from the MI6 contact Nigel Cook. But the meeting turns deadly when a distressed Cook hands Jack a pack of cigarettes, warns him that Greer needs help, and is then brutally killed right in front of them. Then Jack and Mike barely escape and soon find themselves detained by sharp MI6 officer Emma Marlowe, played by Sienna Miller. So back at Langley, Greer receives ominous warnings tied to something called Starling. Meanwhile, Emma briefs Jack on the truth. Like Starling was a brutal, unsanctioned Black Ops program that Greer and Cook helped create in the chaotic aftermath of 9/11. It operated with zero oversight, psychological operations, targeted assassinations, and manipulating terror networks against each other. But Liam Crown, a former elite British soldier and Starling operative, has now gone rogue, resurrected the unit, and is systematically hunting down anyone involved in trying to shut it down. So Jack confronts Greer in London, where Greer admits his role in building Starling but insists he tried to end it. And Crown, feeling betrayed by the system that created him, is now turning those same dirty tactics against his former handlers. Well, the team suspects an imminent attack, possibly targeting something symbolic like Tower Bridge, but Jack quickly realizes it could be a decoy, and tensions rise as CIA Director Elizabeth Wright is killed in a car bomb attack intended for Greer. So like that, Crown begins taunting the team and demanding the intel that Cook stole. And as the story unfolds, the group uncovers deeper layers of betrayal, including a traitor within MI6, Deputy Chief Andrew Spear, who is secretly aligned with Crown. Well, Cook had been trying to smuggle out comprehensive data exposing Crown's revived Starling network, where the revived unit's larger goal is to reignite old terrorist cells that Starling once controlled or dismantled. And by creating widespread chaos, Crown aims to prove that shadowy, rule-breaking operations like Starling are still essential in the modern world, essentially waging a ghost war to justify their continued existence. So the action ramps up as Jack, Emma, Mike, and a CIA tech specialist named Patrick race back to Dubai to access the servers holding the full registry of Crown's network. But they're pursued the entire way, leading to intense chases. Well, the climax unfolds in a partially constructed skyscraper where Crown's forces launch a full assault, while the team desperately tries to download and transmit the damning evidence, just like the first scene. So in the end, at the heart of the Dubai skyscraper chaos, Jack manages to transmit the critical data back to Langley, exposing Crown's entire revived Starling operation and all its connections, including the MI6 traitor Andrew Spear. But victory comes at a cost. Crown confronts the team and shoots Emma, seriously wounding her. And just as things look bleak, Greer makes a dramatic entrance via helicopter, providing heavy suppressive fire that turns the tide against Crown's men. Then a wounded Crown reaches for his weapon in the final standoff, but Jack Ryan, showing no hesitation, takes the kill shot, putting an end to the rogue operative once and for all. So with Crown dead, his network dismantled through the data dump, and Spear exposed and removed, and the immediate threat is neutralized. But at the ending scene, we see Emma survives her injuries and begins to recover. And in the resolution, the team returns victorious. After that, following Director Wright's death, James Greer steps up as the new director of the CIA. And in a quiet but significant moment, Greer writes a recommendation letter to the president, putting forward Jack Ryan as his deputy director. So the film closes on a powerful image of Jack and Greer walking into CIA headquarters together, suited up and ready to lead from the top. Basically, Jack is fully back in the game, no longer on the sidelines. So the ending carries several layers. On the surface, it's a clear win, like the villain is defeated, the Black Ops threat is shut down, and accountability is enforced through the exposed data. But thematically, it underscores the moral gray areas of intelligence work. Like Crown wasn't purely evil, he was a monster created by the very system Greer helped build after 9/11. And Jack's decisive kill shot represents his growth from a reluctant analyst who overthinks to a committed leader who acts when necessary. Meanwhile, Greer's redemption arc completes as he takes leadership, confronting his past mistakes head-on. So for the franchise, this ending positions Jack at a higher level of authority while keeping the door open for more high-stakes global threats. Ultimately, it blends personal redemption with the endless cycle of shadow conflicts that define Clancy-style stories. So overall, Ghost War delivers solid action, familiar character chemistry, and classic espionage twists, though some critics found it a bit formulaic compared to the series. But what did you think of the movie and its ending? Let me know in the comments below.